After installing Citrix License Server on my delivery controller, there are some steps still need to be done before we can start using the license server. Because the license server uses its own Apache server, it uses its own certificates that are installed when we install the license server. These certificates need to be replaced with ones that are trusted from our certificate authority. I'll show you how to convert the certificate that were enrolled through our certificate authority to our DDC1 server to some type that the Apache accepts. We will import it in the Apache. After the importation is done, we should be able to use the license server without any issues. So let me guide you through these steps. On the license server, I'm running the Microsoft Management Console, mmc.exe. Here, I'm going to File, Add Remove Snap-in, Certificates, and choose Computer Account. Hit Next, Local Computer, Finish. OK. So now I can expand to the Personal folder, and underneath the Certificates folder, I can see the certificate that was issued by my certificate authority, Server 1. So I'm right-clicking the certificate, click on All Tasks, and select Export. The certificate export wizard will start. I'll hit Next. And yes, I want to export the private key. Hit Next. I will accept the default setting. I'll hit Next. Here, I'm going to set a password and hit Next. Here, I'm going to set the path for the generated certificate. And I'll store it on my desktop with the name DDC1 and hit Save. I'll hit Next. This is just the summary. I'll hit a Finish. The export was successful, and as you see at the background, the file was exported. So in order to explain the next step we are going to do, let me first show you a Citrix documentation, and I will share the link with you in the video description. Basically, it's an article about replace the Citrix license certificate once expired, but this is also valid when you are installing the license server for the first time. In two different locations, this is the first path and also the second path. One is responsible for the license administration page and one the web services. So the first thing to do is we navigate to the path and we delete the server security certificate and the server.key. So we should delete both. So step 2 is extracting the certificate and a private key from the PFX file we have generated earlier. For that, we need to have OpenSSL installed on our machine. If you don't have OpenSSL installed on your machine, you are welcome to watch my other video where I demonstrate how to download and install it on a Windows client. So for this video, I'm going to copy the .pfx file from my license server desktop to my local machine where I have SSL installed and working to proceed extracting the certificate and the private key using the OpenSSL. Now I'm on my computer and I'm launching the command line with administration right. I'm going to copy the OpenSSL command and only change the path of the certificate because I stored it in my C drive under the folder key, as you see. and it will be also output in the same directory. Hit enter. I have to enter a password, another enter, and as you see, a new file is generated. Now I'm going to execute the second SSL command, which export the certificate key. I'm on my computer again. I'm copy pasting the second SSL command. I only adjusted the location of the certificate file. I'm hitting enter, have to enter a password, enter again, and as you see, a key file is generated at the background. The last step is to copy both the .crt and .key and go back to the license server. We move to the destination folders we have showed earlier, and right there we have to paste them. So now I'm pasting both files in the folder path, and I will do the same in the second folder path. Then I will change the name to server for both files. That should be server.crt and server.key. It looks like I haven't deleted the old file, so let me just delete it, and then I can rename the new file to server.key. Please just do the same in the second folder. From the Services console, I'm restarting the Citrix licensing service so that the new certificates got in place in my Citrix license server, and I also need to restart the Citrix web services for licensing. I already downloaded and installed Microsoft Edge on my license server, and I'm running it as administrator. I'm navigating to the fully qualified name of my server, followed by double dot and the port 8083. And only for the first time, I need to enter the username and password that will be used for authorization. I used my administrator username and password. And we are logged on to the console. Thanks for watching.